No one's home, so I can be loud. Anyways, last night I felt really, 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 really weird after listening to the subliminal telekinesis and telepathy subliminals. I try to listen to those only in the morning and then listen to all the other ones noon to night. But this time, since I've been working my ass off to get telepathy, what happens this morning? So cool, so cool. I was like, I should have been more excited when I first did it, but I wasn't. I was just like, oh, cool, I did it. It almost seems so like passive to me, like I can do it to anyone, that it's just like, oh yeah, cool. And I don't know if it's like, because in X-Men, and yes, I'm going to reference Professor Xavier, who is the telepath in X-Men, and he just does this. So last night, I'm like, hey, fuck, why don't I just copy him? The last night isn't when I used the actual telepathy. This morning was. So my grandma went into the bathroom like she usually does every morning. So I said, hey, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, hey, what if I did this and I harassed the shit out of her by just saying, hi, grandma, hi, grandma, hi, grandma, hi, grandma. Just to do it. Just to screw with her. So what did I do? Lo and behold, she comes out of the bathroom and she's like, Cody, did you say hi, Grandma, like a million times? It was driving me crazy. And I was just like, what the fuck? Oh, there's no other way of explaining that. That was telepathy. I just used telepathy. So I didn't stop there. I used the same technique I did in the bathroom, to the bathroom one, to get donuts. We were going to get eggs because I started making something, then I read the back and it's like, you need 4 eggs. I checked the refrigerator. There's no eggs in there. And I'm like, fuck. So I run outside like with no shoes on in 30-degree weather and I go to each neighbor's house, waking every person up in the neighborhood. No one gave me eggs. So we drove out, surprisingly, to go get eggs. Something my grandma would never do that early in the morning. But that's not the second telepathic time I used it. When we were in the car, since there's a donut store right next to a Rite Aid, and sometimes they sell Rite Aid, I walked into the Rite Aid and they're like, sorry, we don't sell eggs on Friday. I wanted to say, well, chick, it's Wednesday. So you should have them here, but I didn't. I said when I was in the store still, I walked to the corner and then I'm like this. Grandma, donuts, 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 grandma, donuts, donuts, donuts. And what I do, I don't just say that, I actually can imagine, I visualize the person, and because you could do it 2 different ways, and I visualize their face and their voice. Because for the more stubborn-ass people, I've noticed that if you talk in their voice, like instead of thinking in your head, and you're using your voice in your head, I know that sounds weird, you use their voice instead. So, because when their voice is talking to them, you're pretty much controlling them. When their voice is talking to them, you're controlling them. Because you're making them hear certain things, and they think it is their own thoughts thinking that, so then they do it. But if you talk with your voice, they will reference back to you. Like what I did with the bathroom thing, where I was saying, Grandma, 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 Grandma. She heard my voice. She came out of the bathroom. She's like, heard your voice. Anyways, after I did the donut thing, she's like, hey, you want to get donuts? And I'm like, Fuck yes! But after that, after I got the donuts, we just went home and I stopped using it, kind of. Until my step-grandpa woke up, who is the most stubborn-ass person in the world. So what did I do? I was listening to my headphones. I was listening to the telepathy subliminals while I was doing this. Let me just tell you, listening to the same subliminals I listened to is not what made me able to do this. What made me able to do this was practicing visualization skills. That's what made me able to do this. And by far, I'm going to get better at this. And I'm going to use it on my entire family. It helps if you know what the person that you're trying to get something from or control, it helps to know what their voice sounds like. Yeah, it really does. Oh, I don't know why I'm not like flipping out about this. Why I'm not like, when things seem so natural to me, like when they're so easy or simple to do, then it doesn't like dawn on me like, hey, let's go take advantage of a bunch of people, which I'm going to try to do today. But this morning, anyways, when my grandpa was annoying me, and I think I did it last night. I really do think I used telepathy last night. But I'll explain that after. I said, Grandpa, I didn't do this. I didn't have to do this. They just do that in movies, so I assumed that's what... It worked when I did this the other times, but you don't have to. Like, in my head, I didn't even close my eyes. I just kept saying to myself, in my grandpa's voice, in my head, and I was visualizing my grandpa, my step-grandpa, and I was just saying, you're not going to be annoying this morning. You're not going to harass me. You're not going to drive me crazy. You are going to calmly sit. You are going to relax. And I was just giving orders in his voice in my head. I was able to think of his voice and say what I wanted to him. And you know what he did? The only thing he did was he got up, got some coffee, sat down, didn't even mention me the whole morning. Sat there, didn't mention me, didn't talk about me. And then, something he never does is he walked, when he was leaving to his dentist appointment, he walked and he said, "Goodbye, Cody." And I'm like, but last night, this could be the reason why. I was actually practicing telepathy. I was practicing my visualization skills and practicing voice skills of my grandparents. And I was being like, and I was doing this last night. I was like, Grandpa, you're going to calm down. You're going to stop over-exaggerating. You're going to sit down. You're going to forget about all of this. Because there was here we go. You might not even be able to see this. This magnet, see that little bead? That magnet was in the dryer. He saw it and he's like, that's going to destroy the washer or the dryer. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. He'll repeat something because he has anxiety and OCD. So I just went in my room and I'm like, you're going to calm down. You're going to lay down and you're not going to say anything. And I was just like, and then nothing the whole entire night. Then at 9 p.m., I can remember this perfectly, he comes in my room and he's like, I found another one of your beads, Cody. Okay, thank you. And he just walked away. He didn't harass me. He didn't say anything. He just casually... And I can sense people's emotions. I can. I'm a born empath. That means you can sense when someone's angry, happy. And he was in more of a way frightened. He wasn't angry or happy or sad or mad. He was frightened in a way. As if he heard my voice, but he didn't think anything of it. So he kind of just was confused. which is awesome. You know how much I'm going to use this? Like, I'm going to take full advantage of this. And the more you use it, the better you'll get at it. The better I'll get at it. My God. Like, I got freaking donuts this morning. My grandma offered to drive me to the grocery store, not the grocery store, but Rite Aid, at 7 in the morning, which she would never do. I thought telekinesis would be cooler than telepathy, but holy fuck, telepathy is cool. I just gotta more manage, learn how to use it. And maybe, at first, I had limiting beliefs about telepathy. Like, it's not like movies where I'll just be able to go, and the girl will want to come over to me and have sex with me. Like, come to me. But then, after this morning and last night, I'm like, hey, maybe I pretty much can do that. I just have to stop saying maybe and I have to say yes, it can happen. Because that shit happened this morning and last night. If I get good enough at it, I can do things like that. I mean, if you've ever watched the show Heroes with Skylar, the villain, he has telekinesis. But the thing is, in real life with telekinesis, unless you were extremely good at it, kind of like Chronicle, honestly, it matters how much you practice at something is how good you'll get at it. All I did was I made telepathy my number one thing I wanted, even more than changing my eye color with biokinesis. Telepathy became my number one thing I wanted, and I made it happen. And I'm going to keep making it happen until I get really good at it. Oh, and I took a danger test. How dangerous are you? I ranked number 2 out of 5. and my birth path is the humanitarian. Oh, that's funny. Anyways, bye everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, and you will share this video. You will share it. Share it with everyone you know. Spread the word that this stuff is possible. It is. I wonder if telepathy is... No. Maybe. See, I said maybe. Anyways, bye.